Okay, so today we're talking about weathering and erosion and about what it exactly is. We're going to start this lesson off by focusing on weathering, and then we'll finish it off with erosion. So, what is weathering? Well, weathering is the process by which rocks, in this case, are broken down into smaller pieces or into something different altogether. Alright, so there's physical weathering and there's chemical weathering. When I was talking about rocks being broken down into smaller pieces, that's physical weathering. They fall down from a cliff and they crack and break down into smaller pieces. They're still the same rock, they're just smaller. Well, that's physical weathering. With chemical weathering, well, the rock is different. The makeup and the composition of the rock has changed. Something has occurred to change it. You may have seen soil that looks a little rusty looking. Well, that's because it is. There's iron in the soil, and when it reacts with oxygen, it forms iron oxide. That's a chemical change that occurs within the rocky soil. And that's chemical weathering. So physical weathering is when a rock gets broken down into smaller pieces. It's still the same thing, it's just in the smaller pieces. And chemical weathering is when basically the atomic structure of the rock has changed. And, oxygen is added to it, or something occurs that changes the chemical composition of the rock. All right, so those are the two forms of weathering that we're focusing on in this first section. Remember to subscribe.